Hello world, welcome to the 70th video on my channel where I'm building my own digital assistant named Shane, like Jarvis from the Iron Man movies and comics. I got a bunch of new subscribers recently, so please leave a comment and tell me what brought you to my channel. Was it a YouTube search? Was it Reddit? Was it Twitter? LinkedIn? Either way, let me know. I like to see where people are coming from. This is the third video in my Tkinter playlist, and if this is the first time to the video or the first Tkinter video you've seen, I recommend you watch my Twitter automation with Tweepy playlist first, and then watch the first two videos of this playlist because we're going to jump straight into where we left off on the second video. And the overall goal of this, of course, is to continue the progress on building a Twitter automation app, as one of my friends asked me for his company, and I've never built an app before, so I thought it would be a good thing to build a console to get practice on and an app. So I'll put a link in the description to both of those playlists. In today's video, I'm going to show you my character counter in the tweet box. So just like Twitter, as you type, it counts your characters. And then we're actually going to tweet live on the video. And so let's check it out now. Alright, so this is kind of similar to where we left off in the last video. It looks a little different because I changed the size of this tweet box, and it's kind of moved over to the right a little, or to the left a little bit, which I would like to change. And so first, let's check out the trending topics to see if there's anything we want to specifically post about. Alright, so those are today's top 5 trending topics in the USA. Don't want to post about anything with those trending topics, so let's make our own unique tweet instead. So let's start this off. What's up, my YouTube? And see, as we're typing, the character counter counts. And that is new in this video, and we'll go through the code for that. So what's up, my YouTube, Twitter, and Reddit fans? We're posting live from our Twitter automation console using Python and Tkinter. So one of the things that I need to change is this wrapping. So we're posting live and then Tkinter. It's just easier if it can break line for you. And then nothing stops you from going over more than 140 characters, which I would like to change this to yellow when you're at 120 and then red when you've exceeded 140. So right now, nothing stops you from going over 140. Okay, so now that we have finished our tweet, let's go here and press tweet this. Okay, and it clears it. And the program is still running with no errors. So let's check Twitter by clicking on that label right there. Going to profile. There we go. What's up? Tweeted live from our tweeter tool. If you're not following me on Twitter, make sure you do at BJONE6. All right, let's close that. All right, and that's our progress so far. Let's exit out of that. All right, now let's go through the code. So from the tweet import, and we imported compose tweet. So make sure you watch my Twitter playlist to understand what these do. And then we had the tweet this button in our last video, but what we've done was we've created a variable called message, and in that we say in the tweet box dot get from the first character all the way to the end. Right? So that's how you extract the information from the tweet box. This print is just what I do for testing if I don't want to tweet live to Twitter. Then we used our tweepy function to compose that message that we just got, and then we delete it, right? So we clear out that box once we have composed the tweet. And so you press tweetbox.delete from the first character to the end. And that's the syntax for that. So first we get whatever we typed in the tweet box, add it to the variable message, then we compose that tweet, and then we delete it using tweetbox.delete. This get and delete are methods of a text box. Then we added this key detector, and we'll go over this when we get to that in a second. All right, so this is all code from previous videos. I have labeled them for you so you can see which video. All right, so this one right here, so we added this character counter. And it's right here. It's invisible until there is a character. Then it appears. All right, so that's just a text box. All right, so we put character count, that's just what I called it, equals capital T text. We're putting it in the bottom frame. The width is 7 characters because if you type in 140 characters and then a backslash and then 140 is the max, then that's 7 characters. The height is 1 because we're only putting, it's not going to move to another line. The background is white, so it's invisible unless there's something in there. The foreground or the text is black, and the relief is flat. So if you remember from my second video, we discussed the reliefs and what those are. So this is a standard relief for a button. It comes out. It looks like it's protruding. This is relief equals ridge, which requires a width of 2. Same with this one. It's a little ridge right here. So this character count right here is flat, right? It's flat against the background. And that's what relief equals flat means. And then we put it all the way to the right of the bottom frame by doing character count dot pack, which is the syntax for saying just draw it. Okay, and then the tweet button goes to tweet this, and that's the function we just covered, right? It goes all the way up here to tweet this. So when you press this, where is it? Tweet this button, it's going to get the information that's in here, the tweet box, which was what we created in video 2, and then it's also going to delete it when you're done. Okay? So we created this tweet button in the previous video. We also created the tweet box, but we changed it a little bit. And what we did was we put .bind, which tells Tkinter that you're going to bind it to something. And what we bound it to is event called key. So when a key is pressed, that's the event, you are going to do this key detector. And that's what we skipped over. So let's go through that now. So when the event happens, which is here, the event is the first thing, key. So a key is pressed. So key detector, we're going to pass it the event, which is the key. We are going to delete what's currently in there in the character count. Then we're going to get it, right? So we're going to assign this count equals the length of the tweetbox.get. So if we had anything else in that character count, it would delete. So it always starts off blank. Okay, let's try that real quick. So it always starts off blank. Okay, go up here. There we go. So when I close it, it's going to start off blank. Then the count equals length of the tweet box from the first to the end. And then we're going to insert, capital insert, right? We discussed that in the last video. The string of count, because this is a text box, so you have to make the count a string. Plus, so concatenate, excuse me, to this right here, this 140. So let's cover that one more time. So when we add characters to include a space, we're getting the length, because that's what Twitter recognizes, not letters, characters. This is a character. Spaces, oops, spaces are characters. See? And it updates every time the event happens. Alright, and then we put it towards the bottom, and then this is a padding of 10, and we discussed that in the previous video. Alright, so that's what we did. So this is the character count, and you have to bind it to what it's counting. Alright, so that's our progress so far. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel if you want to continue watching me build this app or continue watching me build my own digital assistant. Please like this video and share it with your friends. Thanks. Goodbye, world.